proud 6 years ago when they chose me to lead this university during this Division I transition, and to be chosen to be that coach, and now to be able to obtain our 100th win in my career, and all the coaches that have been here and all the players that preceded these guys that helped me to get here. I just like to publicly say thank you to those guys, because it was definitely a lot of effort, a lot of work that those guys did in order for us to obtain that. You know, obviously they did a really good job of creating tempo early. I thought early in the game we were okay, and then I thought we kind of deflated a little bit when they hit a couple shots. I think we were up 8. I think it was 25-17 maybe, or something like that. And I thought at that point, you know, we were in a good place, ready to get some stops, and they made back-to-back shots. I think they might have made it 25-25, or they cut it to 1 at that point. And they got a little feel, they got a little flow. They made 2 end-the-clock plays. They banked 1 in. They made a corner 3. And, you know, a guy that hasn't made threes in his career, you know, makes 2 threes tonight. And I told the guys yesterday, the first thing I told them before we watched video on this team was, the one thing about playing these kind of games is a three-point line can always keep you in the game. And they made 24 points from the three-point line. So, you know, that's why we were trying to stay. And because we have certain principles on certain guys, you're kind of making a change in flow in the middle of the game based on that. So, you know, to their credit, you know, they did that, and they did well. But to these guys' credit, they came out in the second half and performed the way they did. Our separation, we just separated the game. We got stops, we got earlies, we got easies, we crossed the floor. The guys shared the sugar. I think we only had two turnovers instead of, you know, some of the turnovers we have in the first half. I don't even know how they occurred, but I really thought it was because we played the way they wanted us to play as opposed to playing the way we're capable of playing. And, you know, obviously it's a good lesson for these guys to understand. And I would be remiss, I think it's the right word, I'd be remiss not to think that these guys didn't think about last year's game, because they're human beings. And, you know, like they asked me that on the pregame show, you know, every year's a different year, every day's a new day, and, you know, you can't just assume in today's day and age. I mean, you can't. If you could, then Portland State's wouldn't beat, you know, Southern California, and Ole Miss wouldn't lose at home to Charleston Southern, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, the one thing we have to do is, we've had 2 bad starts. South Carolina, I mean, I know we cut it, you know, it was only a 9-point game at the 10-minute mark, so it wasn't awful. But my point is, it just didn't seem like we had that mojo, so to speak, like I think we should. I would like to give Josh Baker a lot of credit for Osprey Nation, for what you guys did to get all the students out here. I mean, the student turnout tonight, there's not enough, like, I don't know what the enrollment was, but the student turnout tonight was ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. And I'm proud of, I mean, we had a pep rally last time, our guys were there, we've been going around speaking and talking, and I'm proud of Josh for Osprey Nation doing that.